Would you believe me if I told you that trust is just another form of emotion? When we speak about emotions, there are mainly 9 types: joy, sadness, anger, pity, disgust, fear, trust, expectations, and surprise. These are the 9 emotions around which the human beings are dancing the dance to, or it's like the music that is helping us all move. I am quickly going to touch upon anger in this particular video. Now, it happens more often than we would want for it to happen in our lives. We just feel angry towards someone, okay? I am angry at my parents for some reason. I am angry at my ex. I'm angry with this person. I'm angry with the patient. I'm angry with the client. I'm angry with the friend. Anything, okay? But when I take a minute and sit down and think about what is it about them that makes me so angry? Like, what have they done so ridiculously wrong that makes me feel so hard and strong and so angry and so stressed out? It's like when I'm making a video, there are these constant noises that is not there when I'm not making the video, but it comes there when I am filming the video, as you can hear to them right now. And initially, when I used to sit down to film, because I have a very limited amount of time that I can put in to make videos, it just used to exhaust me to death. And I used to feel so angry. And I'm like, oh, can't they do their work later? Oh, can't she wash the utensils a little later? And just basic things here and there. But it definitely used to make me just, annoyed, not exactly angry. But it's like, what? Why can't they do it at some other time? Or if I ask a patient to be a certain way, or if I delegate someone to do something, and if they're not able to follow what I've said, it would piss me off. And then, the more I started to read and the more I started to learn and the more I started practicing what I read and learn, because knowledge and information is nothing if you don't put it to use. So when it comes to anger, you have to know you cannot feel any emotion until and unless you are attached. Gautam Buddha has put it very beautifully, where he says that attachment is the biggest kind of, emotional turmoil that you can go through. All root causes of all emotional diseases and emotional hygiene has to come from you being too attached to some things. I think we as human beings are too attached to our own selves. Oh, how can that person say that to me? Oh, how can she not like me? Oh, how can they talk about me like that? Oh, why am I not famous? Oh, why am I always taunted upon? Oh, how did that not person take my call? Oh, why is she or he not validating or accepting me? It can be anything, and we take ourselves way too seriously than we should, and that is why the ego is constantly being hurt, because you have a certain image inside of your mind regarding you, and when that is a little off the track, it makes you feel agitated. It makes you want to do something. When we speak about anger, let's just think, what is it, or what is that one person that makes you really really angry? Okay, it could be someone that you don't know, or the person doesn't know you, but you have anger towards them, which is quite futile. But if you have it, it's okay. It's just something that you need to acknowledge and act upon and make it better. Okay, so if you hold grudge towards someone, or if someone or something or some instance or something in the past makes you angry, I need you to just think about it. What is it about this person, this thing, this word, this saying, this emotion, this situation that makes me feel this way? And is it even relevant now? Is it even relevant to the kind of life that I'm leading now? And does me being angry changes anything? Does me being angry yields me results that I wish and desire to see or live about? If your anger is not bringing upon any change and it is only eating you up, then it's not helping you. And it's a beautiful quote that says, to be angry, you have to do it all day, every day. But to forgive, you just have to do it once and it's over. So when I want to be angry at you, I have to think about you all the time. I have to think about how much I hate you. I have to think about all the bad things you have said to me and done to me. But when I'm not in that situation and I say, it's okay, it's okay. That person said something, it's their opinion, it's their point of view, I accept it, it didn't work out, I am so sorry, let's move on. Every time I say this, I feel so much lighter. Can you feel it in the energy? It's just so light. I take away the baggage. It's okay. It's okay. You did something. It's wrong. I didn't feel bad. I reacted in a certain way. But it's over now, right? We're not living there. We're not in that situation. We don't have to be together. We don't always have to be in touch. You don't have to look at me. I don't have to look at you. We can just move on. We can just bless each other and move on. And that's about it. So this is usually what happens. So just to talk about my personal experience, I would not say anger, it's a very strong emotion, and I personally don't feel that. I would say 99.99999% of the times I don't feel those things. And if I do, I will always sit down with myself and I will let it go. So I would say at least once in 6 months we will have something off with the patient, or something goes wrong, or I get to a conversation which is very heartbreaking kind of a stuff. And sometimes someone is going to misunderstand what you're going to tell them, and it can just take a mild toll, so as to I am doing everything so perfectly, I am such a great consultant, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm speaking about. How can that person say something like that, or how can someone question about my degree, or how can someone just comment something like that? And it used to hit me, and I used to feel bad about that person, not in a negative way that something would just not in a negative way, but the channel between that individual and me was negative, and the anger was the channel that was bringing about these emotions inside of me, and it was only eating me up. It was only putting very negative and fearful emotions inside my body, and it was probably not doing anything to that person. So the first thing that I do to realize is this even relevant? What he or she commented about to me, how is that relevant? If I don't agree with something that someone else is saying, I have to take away the only power that that person has, and that is my attention. I remove my attention, my anger goes away, and wherever my attention is not, that thing is not going to grow, and in less than 24 hours, I forget about it. So every time you find yourself angry at someone, you have to know that you are way too sweet to even feel something of that big of an emotion. Anger is real, yes. A lot of times what I am talking about can be very small in front of what you face. I completely respect it, but at the end of the day, what is it? It's an emotion. Okay, it's not about the intensity of the emotion, it is the emotion, and you just need to find a way to channel it in the right direction and release it. This is the thing about emotion. People forgive, but they don't forget. And then there is this quote, you should forgive but not forget. You need to let it go from your body. You need to stop being angry at it. So when you talk about it, you should not feel like crying. You should not tear up, you should not choke, and you should be able to just talk about it like it never happened. Talk about it like that person doesn't even exist. Talk about it that it doesn't even matter, it's irrelevant. That is how you know that the emotion has left your body. A lot of time when we are consulting, we will speak to people and we will ask about something that has gone wrong around the time that they got the diagnosis of, say, infertility, or PCOD, fibroids, anything XYZ, and you wouldn't believe we have young girls who are 16, 17 years old, and when we look back, they would be like, oh yeah, my grandfather died, okay, my parents were going through divorce, my pain increases when there is fight at home. And when they speak to us about it, oh yeah, I was going through divorce when that happened. And as I speak to you, Ankita, I can just feel that pain in my stomach. I can feel that pain in my thighs. I can feel that pain in my back. I think my head is hurting. It's nothing but pain moving inside the body. So your pain, your anger, your fear, your disgust, your pity, your surprise, your joy, your excitement, the butterflies in your stomach, everything, it can live inside your body. And if you don't release it, it can definitely lead to a disease. Emotional trauma is one of the root causes of diseases and inflammation. coupled with food and lifestyle. And I think Deepak Chopra explained this very, very beautifully in his books and his teachings. And that is something, and that is one person that I've learned a lot about when it comes to pain and emotional and trauma and healing, and how it is so important to release the emotions. So the very reason I believe I feel the way I do. Oh, by the way, I got my neurotransmitter test done, and it's beautiful. I'll probably post about it on IG, or I might have done it as it is Sunday. So I just keep on reading about these things, and I definitely realize that the very reason so as to why I feel the way I feel, and I feel so light, it's almost like gravity is not working and I'm just floating. And that usually comes from the fact that every time something goes wrong in my life, which happens, I deal with it, I feel it, and I let it go. I remember this happened too recently. I had a very bad call with a client at I would say at around way past my working hours, but I still took the call. Some things happened and I had to get on another call, and it was just a lot of mess. And that conversation put me off for about 2 weeks. I wouldn't say chronic backache, but I definitely had, like, just backache and pain. And that pain used to move in my stomach, it used to move in my back, until I actually refunded the fees. I did not speak with them, and I let it go, and I forgive them. I forgive myself, and whatever happened happened. It was not that serious, but it just bothered me because it has never happened in my life before. So just a new experience for this physical body, and my body was not able to cope with it, but I let it go. I felt pain for 2 weeks before I let it go, and as I speak to you, I don't have any sensation in my body, and that is how I know I don't hold on to it any longer, and it's gone. So it might sound, I don't know how much you believe in these things, but I see it very closely. I experience it myself, and until and unless you can talk about that thing, that person, and it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't give you goosebumps, it does not make you feel like the floor should crack open and you just want to die in a hole, you have to know that the pain is still living inside of you, the anger is still inside of you, and you must find a way to release it. For me, that releasing is meditation, that releasing is letting that person go. For me, that release is forgiving the person, not carrying hatred towards them, but only lots of blessings, love, and good wishes. And the more I radiate that, the better I attract of healing. And I think that is what creates a beautiful balance. So I really hope this makes sense. I am all over the place, but eventually I believe you understand what I'm trying to speak about. And I really hope this helps you. Have a beautiful Sunday. Happy Sunday. And I really hope you have a beautiful day. Take care of everyone. Take care of yourself. Be safe.